Alrighty then. Here we are in the garage. It's a little bit messy in here.
You have the, where you gonna put the phone on?
No, I don't have the tripod. I'm just gonna hold it. Do you know how to set up the airbrush?
Is it the same as the old one?
Yeah, it's the same as the Posh. It's just you just gotta get the thing down here. So, the airbrush that we're using is the new Iwata Eclipse 2 action. It's got the pin that goes through it. So, just screw it on there. Hello, RC Addicted. How are you doing today? Here, I'm gonna take this off. That's good. Today we are doing the T-34. We're painting it. Me and Curtis are doing models, so we're doing the same one on the table. If you saw from the thumbnail. Hi, Der Model Bear. I don't know if I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't.
Going through the process. So.
Oh, sorry. This is one of his first times using good airbrush like this, because before he's used the Posh H. So, what you want to do is you want to fill it up.
First?
Yeah, you want to fill it, or turn the compressor on.
This button?
Yeah. So that's the compressor down there. It's an upgrade from the one right there, because that one doesn't have a tank, so it doesn't hold pressure, and water gets in, and then it just doesn't work out good. So that one has a tank on it, so it can keep pressure instead of losing it when you're spraying. But this should be good. I set that every time. Really all you need to do, you just press. There's no paint coming out at this point because you haven't moved the slide back. So you leave it like this, then you pull it back. Now you're increasing the flow of paint. Now when you get close for small areas like the creases in small areas, you want to do it like this, like halfway. Since this paint's a little thinner, it's going to come out more. So just do it like that. And then for spraying big areas like the bottom of that, you just want to...
All the way back?
Yeah. You just, just like that. And for this, I'd fill it like more than halfway, just so you can get it, so you don't have to keep refilling it. But yeah, I'd start with I started with the tip, just so I can get that done. Like I paint the harder areas first. That's what you want to do when you're spraying models, like cars, anything with an airbrush. You always want to spray the hardest parts first so you don't forget. Like right here, you want to spray this first. When you go to spray this, you want to spray in here lightly, and then you go over that area so you can get double take over it and get it nice and done. This is sort of my painting area if you haven't seen it in other videos. Garage is kind of cluttered. These are old pictures from fishing.
This one's good?
Yeah, that'll do. Now you want to test it right here. Make sure it's got a good flow. Try not to tip it over too much because that happened to me right here on my leg. Yeah, you want to try not to spray your stuff.
Alright.
Spray down more, not up. It'll stay in. Yeah, see, that's too close. There you go. You don't need to thicken it on there. You can go over it a few more times. Where's the Invictus? Or not the Invictus, the Invictus.
That's enough.
X-Max. Jeez, I forgot what that was.
Um,
Hi, John Paul. I did the model for my mom originally, and she dropped it off the shelf, so she gave it back, and I Mad Maxed it. I took the chassis from one of the old tanks that I had and put it on the bottom of it, and took the Peterbilt diesel engine and just stuck it in there, sort of. It was better than the first one that I did. But the one that I've done recently, the, let's see, what is it called? The Mad Merc. The Mercury wagon that I turned into a, it's still a rear-wheel drive, but it's lifted. It's got the Peterbilt stuff on there. Yeah, it is. I built this diorama for it, but the diorama works for a whole bunch of other things. Like, I had this on the road, and this was going up. This is what I was gonna keep it as originally. But, you know. Yeah, I took mesh from a screen door, painted it, did all that stuff with it. Pretty cool. You gotta keep it nice, flow motion. You're acting like a robot over here. You don't want to stay in one area too long. You gotta sneeze?
yeah, my nose itchy.
Oh. You just want to flow. Like, you can do it fast. It covers the whole thing. Oh, I can zoom. Oh. That's a lot of zoom. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. Whoa. You can put... That's cool. Here we have a man painting with an airbrush for the first time. Rare footage. I haven't done this YouTube live stuff really. I think this is the second time I've gone live doing a model. Same model, but just 2 different times. This is the slash that we've done recently. This is the body. This is the wraith, axial wraith. What kind of airbrush? Is that what you're asking, John Paul? You don't really need to spray that. That's gonna be hidden.
I know, but I want to get the cat, so.
Yeah.
He's asking what kind.
Oh. It's a Iwata Eclipse. This is a pretty good airbrush. I've used it for the past few models that I've done, except for the Belvedere. That one hasn't been done yet. Or hasn't been done with the airbrush. It was a car paint, Duplicolor. That's what we use that for. Yeah, the one that I've been using before. This is the box. Yeah, it depends on what device you're using. This is my old airbrush. I think this is the other one actually. This is the broken one. I think. I don't know what this is.
Like you mask on him.
Well, we don't have any more masks. This is the one. Yeah, it's a good airbrush. But it does spray a lot. It just kind of overkills. And it had a lot of problem with me for airflow from getting from the bowl to out the nozzle. I always had to spray it like really far down. Even when I thinned the paints, it just wouldn't go through because I don't know what it was. I don't know how this airbrush works really. I think it's just using capillary action to go through the tube. That didn't do much better.
What?
It didn't do much better.
You can't sit there and just you better have your mask on.
It's not that bad. I mean, I know that.
I hope somebody tells you you better wear a mask. Safety, dude.
We're in sort of a ventilated area. Doors open. But yeah, the Posh H is a good airbrush. It gets done what it needs to get done, but doesn't do detail really good. Now it'll spray a large surface really good if you get the right consistency of paint and the right pressure. But it depends on what kind of paint you're using. Which I usually just use the Tamiya. This is Tamiya Flat Green. That's what I use. You see it sprays really good.
Turn it around so you can see.
I don't know exactly what auto air is. Is it like a car airbrush? The ones they use for painting like actual vehicles? Or is auto air is a paint? AK is a good paint. Okay, I see. Yeah, I haven't used a lot of Createx or Cretex. I don't know. You don't need to spend too much time. You can go back on it. How much paint you got left in there?
Not much.
Yeah, you'll be fine for that.
I'm gonna do the wheels now, so that's...
Yeah, that's what I did. The wheels are the most time consuming. Mostly because there's a lot of them. But basically all you gotta do is just take them and then you just spray and spin. Spray and spin, spray and spin. Gets the job done. It gives you some nice shading when you do it as well. Here is the SEX-10-2 Jeep Cherokee 2000 version. This was the first kit that I built. First RC kit. Isn't it? Yeah. This is a good kit. It runs good. We haven't really ran it in a little while, but it does run good. And here's the Volkswagen. I really like this thing. This is one of my favorite looking RCs. This one and that and maybe the Lancia, but they're all good cars. But I do like the Volkswagen more. There's me playing baseball. That's when my dad caught a barracuda. That's a gigantic redfish that he caught. Too bad we had to let it go. Oh, these are some old models that I've done. Deserter and the Police. Those were a while ago. Oh, yeah, the Impala SS. I did this one, the lowrider. This was the first really lowrider that I did. Let's see the other one. Have I done another one? No, I haven't. Well, I'm gonna. It's another Impala. It's another 62. That's the auto trailer. And then there's the Bel Air that I did for the cancer build. I did this one, the gold and the copper. The body was gold, and then this stuff was copper, and then there was gunmetal for the trim. Then the doors open, and the trunk opens, and the hood opens, and the door, wheels turn. It was pretty cool. This was when I was doing the, I believe it's either a 79 or an 81 Camaro Z28 by Fujimi. There wasn't a lot to the model, really. It didn't have an engine, it didn't have a hood that opened up. Barely even had an interior. But I had to paint it about 3 times in a row because I put clear coat on it and the clear coat dried too fast and it looked like it was frozen, and then other stuff happened. But that was a picture of when I stripped it down once. That helicopter's been there for a long time. How's it go? He's painting the turret right now. You gonna get the inside?
What?
You gonna get the inside?
Oh, the turret?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Would it be?
It would.
Alright, I guess so.
I mean, I would think.
Is that how you did it?
Well, yeah, that's how I painted it, because I really don't want to have to put another color on this. But the Puma, I did the interior. It was, actually, I think it was just primer. When I went and primered it, I was, that's a good color, alright. And I left the interior, the Puma primer. Then I just weathered it from there. Then the outside's a buff, I believe. Yeah, buff is like a flat tan type color. Here, put it more in the light. Let's try the lights here. So you can see what's going on. The way I'm doing mine is it's like the older chassis with the newer top and turret stuff. I'm not putting any fuel tanks on it because I just don't like the way the fuel tanks look. I don't like the way these fuel tanks look or the angular fuel tank, so it's just going to be that. It's just going to be just the upper hull and then the lower hull. There's not going to be really any stuff added.
Inside of this?
Hmm?
Paint the inside of that?
You can. I didn't really paint it.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought you were talking about.
No, I was talking about the inside of
And like back here? Back here?
the inside of the turret. Like this.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, well, yeah, I painted that. I just didn't paint the bottom of the ring.
Did you do that way or do you do it?
I did it the other way.
This way?
Yeah. It doesn't really matter as long as you just got a different color in there. Because we didn't really primer it in there because we glued the two halves together.
I'm not gonna do that.
That's fine. You don't have to. Whoa, that hurts. I didn't know that there were different filters. See? Different filters.
Oh.
Documentary.
That's weird.
Is it cool?
You're already on there now. When you click your filter and then click it again, it comes.
Oh, there we go. Now it's on documentary. This is the documentary on Curtis painting for the first time. This is your 5th model?
4.
4th. You still got that A6M5
Oh
and the
yeah. The half track thing.
well, it's not a half track.
Motorcycle, full track.
Yeah, it's
Thing
like,
with the thing.
yeah. Is the A6M5 148 scale?
Yeah.
You're out of paint. Here. I got it. Or, yeah, I need to do that. This is good. I can wipe it off later. That's what isopropyl alcohol's for. Oh, when you get to the small stuff, can you spray this for me? When you get to it. You probably won't need any more
Yeah, I don't think I will.
if you spray it right. See, you're spraying the big areas first, but then it's going to start getting to the small areas. So I'd spray all of this first, and then I'd go to the big areas. And especially on the corners here, like in here, I'd spray that first. Just so I know I don't forget it the next time I go and try and spray. Which I try to paint and then let it sit. I put light coats on at a time so it can spray, dry, then I spray it again, dry it. So I don't have to keep coming back out here. I don't know, it seems kind of lazy, but it works. So what we're going to do after this, we have to weather it, then put the stickers on it, then weather it again.
Okay.
Because if you don't put the stickers on after you weathered it the first time, when you go to weather it, it's going to leave. It's because the stickers have like a clear coating around them where it was printed on. So it's going to leave that clear printing and it's going to look new underneath that. So you spray it with that, then you use the softener and the adhesive enhancer, and then you glue that on, and then you put the stickers on. Then it'll look like it's weathered. Then you weather it again, so you can weather the stickers. And then if you'd like, you can clear coat it. Or you can paint it, clear it, weather it, clear it, sticker it, clear it. I know Plasmo does that. He does a lot of paint and clearing, paint, clear, paint, clear. Sand, paint, clear, strip, paint, sand, clear. He did the Star Destroyer and he was like, "Oh, it doesn't look very good." And I was like, "Excuse me?" It looks extremely good because he did it with all the lights. It looks very good. It's been a while since you guys have seen my face. Looks weird on camera. Yeah. I think the last video where I had my face was, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago? Maybe less. But, yeah, we've been on YouTube for a while. I don't know. When we got the Iwata, it came with a whole bunch of other stuff. It came with the compressor, a whole bunch of other paints, thinner, or that's airbrush cleaner, then there's thinner, then another bigger thing of thinner. This came with the compressor. This is for cleaning out your paints. And that's got the airbrush over there. Doesn't look too bad.
Now we gotta go through yours.
Very careful.
I touched it.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll add to the...
That looks like a fingerprint.
I mean, you could wipe it and go back to it.
There we go.
Just put more paint on there, it'll be fine. Just, Oh, there's fingerprint, alright. Got it good, got it good. Well, I think you're about near the... place. Did you drop stuff, or did you pick that up?
Yep. I think I picked everything up.
Alright,
Yeah,
that's nothing, that's just paint that's dropped. We've been out here for almost 30 minutes.
oh.
I guess I'll let you do what you do. I'm gonna take them inside and show them the stuff in there. So, I'll be out. I don't know. I'll just show them what's inside. What else we cover with? That's the best I can do. I don't know if that'll do good, but okay. And here's the modeling station. That's where I got all my paints and my parts. Down in that one. On the bottom. And that one. Those are my stands and stuff. That's the heat gun. This is the modeling area. As you see, we've got a nice light fixture here. We've got this light, and the one on top. Which I should have that one on, actually. There we go. Perfect light distribution. So this is his model working area. He's got this. I've got this. I kind of use this just for the Vallejo models or model paints like these. So I could just put a little dab there and use it to hand paint. So this is my tank done painted. If I can get the turret off. There we go. These are all the wheels. They're two parts. You have to put this part on this part, and then, well, actually, there are 3 parts. If you put them onto the lower hull, you got to use these rubber type pieces, and then you put them in the middle, and then you're sticking them that. Oh, actually, that's what we need to spray. Where are his? I need to get those so we can spray them. Good thing I came back in here. Need these sprayed. All right. I forgot about these. You gotta spray these as well.
Okay. Any tips on how to do this? Like how to put it down? 'Cause I just kind of.
I usually just put it down on the side that's not gonna be seen. But yeah, just the ends of these need to be sprayed.
Just front part.
Yeah, because these are the hubs for the wheels. Here, actually, let me show you how to do it. You grab this.
Yeah.
Grab this.
Oh.
So you take it, and you just right. So and there you go. Now I painted. So you can just paint that same way. There's the front of the camera. Sorry. But that's pretty much how you gotta spray. Because the way you're doing it slow and sort of robotic. You gotta just go at it. That's better. I'll go back inside and show you guys what's in here. All these wheels have been done. This is the photo etch part for the cover on the turret, top of the turret. Because the way this goes in. This is the back. This is what's inside. This is where you load and unload the shells. And it goes in like this. And then this goes here, which covers this like this. So that's what's going on with that. But yeah, I have all of this painted inside. And it looks kind of bland the way it is now, just because it's all green and it looks too bright of green, but once we get this on there, it'll weather it and make it look a lot better. The photo etch parts kit came with these, or with this, the saw. It's just this piece, and then you have to take plastic piece from the tree or the sprues, and then you I heated up one of the sprue parts. This is the sprue. I heated up this part and pulled it apart, and then I snipped it on either end, and then I drilled or sawed slots into them, and then put it on the end of this. That's how you get that. This is one of the what's it called? Sleeping bags or I don't really know what these would be. They might be sleeping bags, but they also might be like blankets or something to cover it with. This is the front hatch. I'm gonna do some more detail to that. But I'm gonna do some scratching and chipping. I don't know if I'm gonna do it the same way I did the Puma, because with the Puma I was gonna do it with like a silver, and then just dab it on. But I ended up doing it with sandpaper, and then just going on the edges where it would be scratched, and that's how you get that kind of look. Let's go see how Kurt's doing. How's it going? Uh-huh. I see. Yeah, that's good. You don't really need to cover that as much. You don't want to spray it to the max and get the whole thing covered. You want shadowing. So you hold the brush at one point and then you turn it, spray it, then you just get some areas, and the lowered areas are darker. So that's what shadowing is. You get what I'm saying?
Sort of.
So like, you see how the whole thing's green? It's just all green. In the corners, like where the sprockets meet the wall, it would be darker. I'm looking through the camera, I can't really see where I'm putting it. But you don't need to spray that side as much because you won't really see that, and that's the side that has more wear on it, so it'd be more metal.
So just like spray it just lightly.
Yeah. But not so light it's not coming out. There you go. That's good. You put a lot of paint on the side of that. See, the way I put them down was like this.
Oh. Alright.
Mm-hmm. That's also why I didn't spray the side as much. There's the old super body that we had for the HPI, the drift car. The body that came with it was Treno. I don't even know where that body went.
Is this good?
Yeah. I mean, it's a little much still. You want to do it like this and just spray it in one spot. I mean, it's good because we can just weather it. And the weathering, it'll get in the side and cover it all. And we've been recording for 40 minutes. I think they'll end this at an hour. I'm holding this camera the whole time. I think the longest time on models that I spend doing is the wheels and painting. really just everything to do with the wheels, like the axles and stuff, and just letting it set so it doesn't break like on cars and other stuff like that, like the axles on the cars, like I said before. It if you leave it, if you turn it back over before you let it dry and set, it's just gonna bow in and stuff, and it's just not gonna work out good.
I need more paint.
You need more paint? Master the one-handed cap take off thing. I don't know, but yeah, I think wheels is the most time I've spent on models. Because you put them together, you put them on the model, and you just let them sit. And if you can't do anything else because you put the model together mostly, like on aircraft, you put the gear on and you just leave it for a day so it'll stay. That's about right. No problem. About 9 minutes. I'll end it. Eight minutes on. No, I could just end it just now. Because you guys have seen basically all the painting.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
When I was spraying the body, one of the hooks on that side fell off.
Yeah, it'll be fine. We can find it. Maybe. Well, that's just modeling. You drop something, and then you gotta improvise. Thank you. I guess it is. I mean, it is just the garage. I think I'll end it right here. So, hope you guys enjoyed, whoever ended up watching to the end. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Maybe we'll go live in the next few days. I don't know. Whenever the time's good. See you next time.